Dr. Arvind here. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how you can stay active during the MCO period. I know it's difficult for many people who don't have facilities at home to train, but thanks to internet purchases, you can actually purchase a decent amount of equipment via the internet, via Lazada, Shopee. You even can shop online via Decathlon. To get things like bands, dumbbells. If you have more money, you can probably invest in a barbell and so on. So if you have minimal equipments like dumbbells and bands, you actually can do quite a bit. Now, one of the things that I would advise for people who is working from home is to increase your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So what is a non-exercise activity thermogenesis? That's basically trying to move as much as possible whenever you can. Basically, if you're working from home, every hour get up, do some stretches, walk up and down the house a little bit, walk up and down the staircase a little bit, go to the toilet, maybe get a drink of water, so on, to start moving a little bit. You can even throw in a couple of squats, a couple of push-ups if you want to, like 5-10 push-ups and so on. It's just to get yourself moving, and if you do that probably at an hour junction, every hour junction or every hour and a half junction, you're actually going to get a little bit more movement, which is good. Now, I would also advise you to have a programmed exercise regime, basically something that you have a program to work on, simply because that gives you direction. So like for myself, I would advocate normally a whole body routine. I don't advocate body part trainings. I don't even advocate like push-pull legs. If you have equipment, maybe you can do so, but most of us don't. So it is really difficult to get variety in exercises that is going to be enough to fill up an entire push-pull regime, or it's an entire body part splits and so on. So whole body routines actually allows you to get adequate amount of exercises in for each body part, and you can do it maybe 3 times a week, 4 times a week if you have time. So I would do things so you can pick 2 leg exercises, 2 chest exercises, 2 back exercises, 2 shoulder exercises, and maybe some bicep and tricep work. So you can go squats on Monday and say Thursday. You can do lunges on Tuesdays and Fridays. Then you can throw in some good mornings or deadlifts with bands on Tuesdays and Fridays, for instance. You can do a little bit more of chest works on say a Monday and Thursday, and you can throw in back workouts from time to time, depending on how you want to plan your workouts. But basically you have to try to cover as much ground as you can, mostly with regards to the compound movements. Okay, so you're going to have squats, lunges, push-ups, chest press with bands. You can do rows. If you have a pull-up bar, you can do pull-ups. You can do pike push-ups for your shoulders. You can do tricep extensions, bicep curls using bands very easily. Okay, so those are things you can do. You can do calf raises if you have just a step to do on. So those are the ways you can actually do compound movements. You can see my workout routines. I've actually put it out there, so you can see the variety of things that you can do from a really small area. You don't really need massive equipment. You just need I use bands alone, and my body weight, so that's more than sufficient. Using strength training at this point, it may be difficult to make hypertrophic gains unless you're really training everything to almost failure, which can take 20-30 repetitions depending on how heavy or how strong your bands are. So it depends. For myself, I'm not really looking to hypertrophy at this point. I'm really looking to maintain at this point, just to keep my strength at least at about 80% of what I've had before, and just to maintain my mass. I also do 2 times a week of cardiovascular training. I don't run as much because I'm on the heavier side, so running is probably going to be not good for my knees and my bones per se, simply because I'm not used to running. So I'm going to risk myself to get things like stress fractures, which is not a good idea at this point. So you want to do things like walking. Walking is a good way to actually burn calories, simply because of the physics around walking as compared to things like probably other workouts. If you like jogging, you can jog. If you're good at it. If you can cycle around your house, you can cycle around your house, and those kind of things. or stationary bikes, or doing step ups and down using like you can use music cues and like step up and down for about like 5 minutes or 4 minutes depending on music. You can take intervals and so on. But whatever it is, you want to have some sort of regimented cardiovascular training if possible. Anywhere between 30 to 45 minutes. If you want to go to an hour, go ahead, knock yourselves out. So that's what other things you can do. So this is a good way to actually have programmed or structured exercise within this MCO period. And you know this phase 1 and phase 2 is going to go on for at least 4 to 6 weeks, if not longer. So it's a good idea for you to have something planned out. If you don't know how to plan, you can always get online coaches to actually help you. There are a lot of good ones there. Okay, you will see those people normally that I interact with are the ones that I normally trust with their thinking process. Okay, don't do anything extreme. Don't try anything extreme at this point. It is not the time to actually blast yourself out of your wits. Train really high intensity, because high intensity training has been shown to actually cause your immune system to dip a little bit, which may not be the best strategy at this point. Keeping it somewhere between moderate to moderate high intensity might be the best idea at this point. Even low to moderate intensity is fine if you're just starting off, so don't panic if you're not used to it. If you've never exercised, it's good to start slow and incrementally increase the loads and the difficulty of your exercises. So this will be the ways you can actually keep yourself moving, keep your calories burning, and just keep a little tab on what you're eating so that you don't overeat. I know it's easy to order in a lot of food. Okay, so just keep tabs on that so that you don't put on too much weight. Okay, that's also counterproductive. All right, so I hope you guys have learned a thing or two from this talk. If there's anything, you can drop it down in the comments. If I've got time, I will answer you. All right, guys, thank you.